you finally made it. All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never suffered a delay. If it were anyone else, I might have set sail already. Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. You're just on time. The crew have just finished making final Well, now that everyone's here, we set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest.
Anchors away!
Oh, hi there. So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Captain. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
Shush!
You can blame your almighty Shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more though the fleet was fully up to the challenge. The inclement weather still... Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. It seems even the stormy seas can't keep rumors of these outlanders' sterling deeds at bay.
Oh, it's sure nice to hear you say that.
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts. If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him personally then.
No need to worry. I'm sure...
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails...
Oh, right.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
Fair seas, Captain Beto. Up!
Now then, first things first. We need to go get you registered at the border check.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low. Are we just gonna...
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku Decree. You wouldn't be able to avoid inspection even if you tried. So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of your visit. Oh, except you, Tom. You must be new here. Excuse me? Please provide the information requested, and also declare any goods you are carrying with you. Oh, well, I'm sorry. We cannot approve entry for purely personal reasons. So, unless you have a valid reason for visiting in accordance with the rules... My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers, for your kind perusal.
What? Ugh, take your time. No rush or anything.
I just wanted to see what you'd say. Sorry about that.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Well...
So, where do we go next?
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process you have to go through.
Sheesh. So it is super strict, just like everyone says.
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere else are referred to as outsiders. As the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement. I like how you think. I've got a feeling we're going to get along very well. Now, let's head over to the Outlander. Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
The Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You...
You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And now you want to apply for residency?
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
2 million? For a processing fee? Are you serious?
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total. Don't worry, you can trust my math.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math as...
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine. I think you'll find...
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to 400,000 mora total.
Thank you ever so much. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too. How does that sound?
That's not how you haggle! By all means, bargain the price down, but...
Alright then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
Much obliged.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something seriously wrong with people's sense of finance around here!
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. A processing fee is just a figure of speech. The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money. So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here...
Then they'll milk them for all they're worth!
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in handy. Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this the most that overseas merchants... That's how the International Trade Association...
So it's a trade association built...
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests. The association provides help, support... Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
Sounds like just staying alive isn't...
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes, given that, after all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. She is a deity who reigns on high, while... I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter.
Uh-huh. And is that...
Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to introduce you to the Raiden Shogun.
Really? Wow! The Rito Fixer's been...
I mean, it will take all the connections come... No, in fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that, if this is... I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own personal rule for dealing with situations like...
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle, so you have to trade favors to keep everyone indebted to you.
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook? Never mind. Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the International Trade Association are constantly struggling to survive. Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and... The head of the association is called Caricio, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him. I'll wait for you here.
customers.
Have your documents and proof of identification ready.
Huh? Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the International Trade Association. The Outlander Affairs Agency took you for all you're worth, I suppose. Ah, good. That's a relief. You need to be careful, or you'll find yourself losing your
We heard the association has been having some difficulties lately.
Yes. Left, right, and center. Obstacles at every turn. But that's nothing new for us.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for anyone who wants to come here from over...
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might restrict our scope of activity, but in and of itself, no. What's really squeezing us Outlander merchants dry, those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo...
Oh, of the 3 commissions, that's the one that oversees everything on retail.
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable regulation. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes. It used to be Mora, but now it's something called Crystal Marrow.
Crystal Marrow? What's that?
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of. Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search. But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. The rising demand for... Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. We can't get a hold of it anywhere else.
Isn't that what the...
Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price up, and we have no... It's a vicious cycle. The consequence of which is that our taxes will soon exceed our profits. And once that happens... We've tried communicating with, but this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the ever-present roar of thunder. Fontaine, my dear homeland. I miss you enough.
Sounds awful. What do you think we should do? But Carisu's the head of the association, and even he hasn't had any luck. Not to mention, we're Outlanders too.
Right. And besides...
Okay. Well, we could try tackling the problem.
That vendor... I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us. I have no idea where he sources the stuff.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair. How do we find him? We could go talk to him and see if he lets anything slip.
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with the association and you're new to Rito, he may just let his... If I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him...
Got it! We're on the case!
I don't think I recognize you. Are you new arrivals? Haha, very funny. Real fixers don't need to refer to themselves that way. I wasn't born yesterday, you know. So, what do you need with me? The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. If I gave you my sources, I might as well hand you the whole darn business. Trade secret. Got it? You know what trade and secret mean, right?
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Ha! Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on here. Carisu and his associates sent you here to try and plead their case, didn't they? They're wasting their time. The price is non-negotiable. Not by a...
Hey, what's your problem?
Get out of here, go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place, and they ought to be more grateful. If it weren't for me, they'd be in seriously hot water.
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy. Good idea. Let's check back in.
That was quick. You resolved it already?
Actually, we're having a little trouble.
No? Well, by all means, tell me what you need. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived is quite a demand. Oh, that guy? I'm familiar. He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he'd collect on the beach just to get by. But he seems to have suddenly shot up in the world recently. I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the International Trade Association.
You're saying he used to be a member of the International...
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him? That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of outlanders that... The International Trade Association was initially very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree, the association met...
So he left the the association and turn...
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that. I believe even the most ungrateful and cold-hearted of people still have some amount of...
Really? Is that all you need to know?
Well then, it sounds like you may have found a way in with him.
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you. Huh? Where's this coming from? Mondstadt? You were talking about... Mondstadt? Mondstadt? You were talking about... Mondstadt? Goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but I can't remember the last time I was there. The scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes me back. Ah, my hometown. The home of freedom. How I long to go back and visit.
It's working!
So, trying to play my heartstrings like a liar, are you? I know what you're up to. Huh? What is this? What are you up to?
Just close your eyes already!
You mean... the sound of the ocean? Leah Harbor. I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the sound of the waves. The calls of the merchants. Xiao lanterns.
This guy has a really active imagination. Either
Leah. Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. My poor heart can't take it. You mean the folks from the International Trade Association? And often I'll sneak down to the shore at night and listen to the sound of the waves. I like to imagine it's the voice of my hometown, carried across the ocean. I've run into folks from the association more than a few times doing just... Don't you think I've wanted to talk?
Well, no one's stopping.
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, committed to finding a way to survive. But I couldn't do it. I'm not strong enough. So, I caved. Those people, they'd make the smallest of promises, offer the most measly benefits, and I'd do whatever they asked of me. And make... All right. I'll tell you the whole story.
You ready to talk now?
But I betrayed them. I can't show my face there.
Come on, you scaredy cat. Look, you messed up, but now it's time to make things right. So come on, get it off your chest. What's the deal here?
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru. They start by overtaxing the merchants, Then take the... Once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that extra stock back to the merchants at an extortionate price, with the proceeds going to the tax collection Ashigaru.
It's plain evil.
I'm their puppet, yes. But my cut is a tiny fraction of what we take in total. Evidence? You're right. Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, as it happens, I handed some Mora over to him not long ago.
Really? Well, then there's no...
Keijiro! It's him!
After him!
Should I close my meeting? It's not like I'll get any customers. Sorry. Which one should I choose?
Ah, Ryoko.
Too close! It's too close! They'll notice us for sure! It's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little!
Should I close
He's getting further and further away!
Now, who else is behind on payments? Let me think. Yes,
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little! Where'd he go? He was right there a moment ago. He disappeared in a blink of an eye. If only we'd made less noise.
Keijiro! It's...
After him!
Which one should I choose? Should I close my meeting? It's not like I'll get any customers.
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little. Where'd he go? He was right there a moment ago. He disappeared in a blink of an eye.
Which one should I choose?
Keijiro! It's...
After him! If only we'd made less noise. He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little. If you want to taste Mondstadt's great wine... Where'd he go? Further than sailing breeze! He was right there a moment ago. He disappeared in a blink of an eye.
Keijiro!
After him! If only we'd made less noise.
Should I close my meeting? It's not like I'll get any customers.
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little. He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little.
Which one should I choose?
He's getting further and further away!
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
Should I all the better thanks to your generous patronage. Stores.
Good. Thankfully, I earn plenty these days.
Oh, but of course, tax collection is difficult work.
Now, who else is behind on payments?
Where'd he go? He was right there a moment ago. Seems he disappeared in a blink of an eye.
Keijiro!
After him! If only we made less noise.
It's not like I'll get any customers.
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little. Where'd he go? He was right there a moment ago. Seems he disappeared in a blink of an eye.
Keijiro!
After him!
Should I close my
If only we made less noise.
It's not like I'll get any customers.
He's getting further and further away. Let's catch up a little.
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
All the better thanks to your generous patronage.
Good. Thankfully, I earn plenty these days.
But of course, tax collection is difficult work.
Now, who else is behind on payments? Let me think. Yes, the Trade Association clique still needs to be brought into line.
He's getting further and further away.
What was that sound?
Quiet! Don't let him find us.
Must be hearing things. Ah, drat, I'm behind schedule. I need to hurry.
He's getting further and further away. Let's catch up a little. Where'd he go? He was right there a moment ago. He disappeared in a blink of an eye. If only we made less noise.
Keijiro!
After him!
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
All the better thanks to your generous patronage.
Good. Thankfully, I earn plenty these days.
But of course, tax collection is difficult work.
Now, who else is behind on payments? Let me think. Yes, the Trade Association clique still needs to be brought into line.
He's getting further and further away. Let's catch up a little. He's getting further and further away. Let's catch up a little.
What could he be doing at a place like this?
It looked like he buried something over there, didn't it? Why don't we take a look? Whoa, it's a ledger. Boring! Paimon thought he'd hidden a big pile of Mora here. Yeah.
Let me take a look here. Ah, yes! This is what we're looking for. A clear and complete record of every single transaction, each one...
Great! Well, now we have our hard evidence. Let's go tell Karisu the good news, shall we?
I'll...
Huh? You aren't gonna come with us?
I need a little more time before I'm ready.
Huh. Poor Werner's a pretty
But we really don't have anything left. If this keeps up, our sales will come in at a loss.
You know the decree. The rules are the rules. No discounts, no exceptions, and no excuses. And who are you? Another new member of the association?
It just so happens that we found your little ledger, so now we're here.
Huh? Is this true?
You've been swindling us!
Well, you
Let me take a look at the ledger. Well, would you look at that? Every payment the association has made is right here. So, Mr. Keijiro, it seems you have some explaining to do.
So you think you can use this against me, do you? It's quite obvious that I'm merely trying to earn...
Word has it that Samurai and the Commission place great importance on reputation and prestige.
Huh? Is that a threat? Are you threatening me?
No, not at all. I'm simply stating that it would be quite a pity if an
Well, even if what you say is true...
I believe you still have a quantity of crystal marrow in your... Perhaps that crystal marrow could be used as
Is that it?
Ugh. Do you have any idea the hoops I had to jump through to get the crystal marrow?
And not even an ounce of shame for...
So that's it? My shop's been closed for weeks now.
Come on, Harrison. We've already struck a good deal here.
I'm sick of being pushed around like this. I won't let him off so easily.
Harrison!
Hey, what's all this racket? Does someone dare question the
Ah, Chief. You've arrived.
What was all the commotion I heard just now?
Oh, we were just discussing a minor tax issue. I do my utmost to lend them a helping hand, but they're never grateful.
helping hand. The only thing you're doing is stuffing your greedy pockets with our hard-earned wealth.
Oh, and you dare to utter the Commissioner's name. You seize the merchants. We will resolve this dispute.
Uh-oh. This is going in a bad
Gentlemen, come now. Is there any need for this? If there's a dispute to resolve, let's get a drink and talk it up.
Who are you supposed to be? And why in my right mind would I joke?
You never heard of the Fixer?
Here's my card.
Huh. You're from the Yashiro Commission.
Shh.
Huh. Well, this is Kanjo Commission territory. However powerful the
Of course not, of course not. Still, perhaps you could show the young lady... of our clan some courtesy. You wouldn't want your name showing up in a petition to the Shogun, would you?
That fan. The Shirasagi Himegimi. I don't need any trouble with her. Okay, let's forget all this. It'll get...
But, Chief!
Enough! We're leaving.
Let's get dinner one day soon, gentlemen. My treat, I insist. No response, huh? I suppose...
Thank you so much, Toma. But,
Hey, I was joking. It's a small price to pay, and you're more than welcome. If nothing else, I'm sure the tax collection Ashigaru will tread a little more carefully in the future. Shh, not here. Too many... Corruption seems rife in the Kanjo Commission. All right, time for me to answer your questions. What would you like to know? Straight to the point. I belong to the Kamisato...
Yeah.
Correct. I'm just someone who was fortunate enough...
Seems like she must be super...
Oh, her fame even somewhat eclipses... I suppose those who treat others with compassion earn themselves the same treatment in return. Miss Kamisato's situation certainly seems to attest to that. Take me, for example. I'm just an attendant, and yet she treats me as an equal, as she would a friend. You're asking the right questions. And to be honest, I don't want to keep you in the dark. Firstly, you should know that being a fixer is not something you can fake.
Still pretty good going for just a month.
Well, maybe I have a... Inazuma may have closed off to the outside world. So, when Miss Kamisato heard of your intention to come to Inazuma, that is, that you have what it takes to change the tide of the times.
Change the tide?
In the test I gave you, navigating powerful people, using their character flaws, with your help, even the Vision Hunt decree. That's an unexpected development. Perhaps our sources were misleading. Yes, of course. I completely Well, my work on Rito is done. Oh, one more thing. This invitation letter is for you. Good luck with everything. See you soon.
Toma's not such a bad guy, huh? We should get going. Huh? What's up? Oh, right! Wait, so did Toma forget that too? Oh, darn it! No wonder he was so matter-of-fact about the whole thing. As soon as we get off Ritu, Paimon's going straight to Kamura Tea House to settle this... Well, guess we should give it a try. Let's head to the border and see...
Stop there! Present your travel permits.
Sorry, but we really gotta get to Narukami Island. It's kinda urgent.
If you don't have a travel permit, this is as far as you'll get. Those are the rules.
As expected. Traveler, you gotta think of something. How do we get out of Rito? Are you saying we should go and meet with the Kanjo Commissioner? Guess it can't hurt to try. Even if Paimon has a few choice words to say, who knows? Maybe he's our biggest fan.
Halt! This is the Kanjo Commissioner's office. No trespassers.
We're here to see, you know...
The Kanjo Commissioner seldom entertains outlanders. Leave now or we'll be forced to...
Ah, wait.
Oh, Commissioner!
These two are honored guests from afar. No need to give them the usual spiel. Come on in. Let's see what we can do for you.
Huh. Did you get all that, mister?
My sincere apologies.
am Hiragi Shinsuke, Kanjo Commissioner and head of the
Nice to meet you, sir. So, the reason we wanted to come and see you was...
All right, all in good time. Two travelers renowned far and wide have shown up to see me, and I should very much like to make their acquaintance. Let's not limit this to business.
So what you're saying...
Absolutely. How many other people in the world have what it takes to...
Exactly! Paimon thinks you make an excellent point.
And I hear you also foiled a Fatui plot in Liyue Harbor.
Whoa! You heard about that too?
As I thought.
Something wrong?
No. I'm simply awestruck by you both is all. Rito is greatly honored to have you visit us. One other thing I heard about you is your great zeal for helping other people. This makes me wonder whether you might be so kind as to render your assistance to the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, sure, no problem. Whatever you need, right?
Excellent. Well then, you must know the Genshin. A flower grows on the mountaintops of Liyue.
Yep, we've picked a few of those before.
Yes, bring me 300 Genshin, would you? Freshly picked, I mean.
Did Paimon hear that wrong?
Too much trouble, is it? Then how about this? We have a few items that need delivering. Perhaps you
That sounds much more...
709 letters, to be precise.
Hey, what gives? How come you don't have people to do that already?
Terribly sorry. We're just a little short on people lately.
What sort of an explanation is that? Traveler, what are we going to do? Should we really help this guy?
That's the spirit. Don't keep me waiting too long now.
Seriously considering taking this job? The terms are ridiculous.
Halt, you two!
Huh? What did we do?
Miss Hiragi has a letter for you. She insists that you read it immediately.
A letter? Quick! Let Paimon see! So this means she wants you to... But you didn't seem surprised at all by this. What's going on? Huh? Have you... Let's ask her tonight and see what...
You finally arrived. This is technically the second time.
Wow. She's the daughter of the Hiragi.
No need to be so formal. I've long marveled at your accomplishments. And at
Is that Paimon or just something?
The reason why I wanted to secretly meet you here is... Well, I feared that I might never have a...
Discuss what?
Ahem. I should like to ask for your help with delivering a letter.
Like father, like daughter. Couldn't you be more original?
No, you misunderstand me. Please, allow me. I was hoping that you could deliver a letter to Narukami Island in my stead. It is to be given to Kujo Kamachi of the 10th. My father has always forbidden me from communicating with him. He knows that there are prospects for my marriage that would... But there is no one who would dare defy my father's will on Rito, but you are Outlanders. Outland.
Ah, Paimon gets the whole...
Of course, in doing so, I will also do everything in my power to help you leave Rito. To be perfectly honest, as long as you remain in Inazuma, my father will have...
Yeah, we figured as much.
I secretly overheard a conversation between my father and a... They seem to be discussing how to keep you here on Rito. In fact, it was the first time I had ever heard... We don't have much time. I'll tell you my plans to help you off the island. It just so happens that it's... Very well. I'll be waiting for you at the border. I'm counting on you to deliver my letter. Hold on, please. These goods are being sent to Watatsumi Island?
My lady, this is an unexpected honor. You are correct. These...
Is there something wrong, Lady Hiragi?
No, as you were. My father simply has some concerns of the shipment's safety, and has ordered that
My lady, you aren't suggesting that you intend to escort the shipment personally, are you? There's certainly no need for you to trouble yourself with such a matter.
Please, do not cause us any further delay. If memory serves me right, my father has already
Yes, of course, my lady. It's...
Now, need I remind you of the penalty if anything were to happen to me on... Do you really presume that you can fully guarantee...
Boy, Chisato can talk the talk. They don't...
Yes, my lady. Very well then. It's an honor to have you accompanying us.
Shinojo, you can't really be a...
Well, the request is from Lady Hiragi herself. It is our duty to serve her in the utmost capacity.
Yes, but that's not the problem here.
Well then, if we're through here, I suggest we set...
Yes, my lady.
My lady, please stay back. We'll handle it.
Not as well as we'll handle it.
So troublesome. Freeze! You're open! That tingle? Picked the wrong test subject. It doesn't hurt. Oh, such a pain.
Monster sighted. Prepare to counterattack. Protect Lady Hiragi at all costs.
I'll take care of this. Chisato!
Get the fairy.
Watch out! More monsters inbound! Lady Hiragi, stay close.
More! Say no more! You're open! Take this! That won't work. It's over! The hunter becomes the hunted.
We can take refuge in the village up ahead. How are you faring, my lady?
I'm perfectly all right. You may stop here. The road to Narukami Island is just over there. In my letter, I've requested Kamachi to grant you a special travel permit from the Tenryou Commission.
My lady.
So that's how it is. I had a feeling something was amiss, but Shinojo, you...
No, Lady Hiragi would never hide anything from us, I'm sure.
I'm not afraid to say that he's the one I love.
The one you love?
Shinojo, did you honestly think that...
What? No, I was just clarifying, that's all. I would never...
You two needn't worry. Please, forget that this ever happened. If my father catches word...
Yes, of course.
But what will happen if your actions here are to...
Don't fret. My father has always been one to spoil me. The worst he'd do is sentence me to...
Huh. Paimon never suspected a guy like...
I wish you a safe journey. I'm sure we will...
Bye, Chisato!
Come now. Quit your staring and let's get moving. We've got goods to shift.
All right.
We're finally on our own way again! I suppose it's time we find Toma. Now, where did he say he would meet us again? Oh, right! Komori Tea House! to the letter, this should...
Sorry, we don't serve the general public. I'm afraid you'll have...
Wait! We're not the
Well then, you must be a couple of wandering outlanders that snuck into the nation.
Are our clothes really so... what...
The Yashiro Commission's seal. This must be from... In which case, welcome to the Komore...
Well, that sounds more like it. Well, now that we're here, where's Toma? Paimon doesn't see him anywhere. Do you think he forgot?
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
What? Is that dog talking to us?
Relax. No need to look so surprised. I take it this is the first time you've seen me in this form? Huh. So you didn't see anything like this when you were in Liyue Harbor?
Now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
Alright. I've had my fun.
Hey! You're this close to getting an ugly nickname, mister!
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you for so long. So I came up with this little fun greeting for when you arrived. But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about that little test you went through earlier. Though it was quite necessary. It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Miss Kamisato, and whether you had the courage to face the lightning alongside us.
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because you're getting all serious now.
Sorry, did I overdo it? My apologies. Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from... Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination. A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same. But when the light... so you've heard of his story. His light still burns all the more bright. Yes, of course. But before that...
Oh? Wait...
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under construction now, but you can already see it from practically any...
This area sure feels gloomy. People probably don't come here often, do they? Huh? Are Paimon's eyes playing trick?
Visions.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt degree are put into the statue?
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt decree. Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that as for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity. The Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful. The Eternity in question is her. As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis.
Seems like every god has their own.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. Perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power. Whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched it, and this statue of the omnipresent god can be seen.
But if that's the case, wouldn't
Only outlanders such as yourselves would. And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss.
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind is elsewhere.
Sound? What sound? I didn't hear anything. Did some
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then what?
aspirations? Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition that is where visions come from. In other words, so if what you just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined. All right, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.
Fine. kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh? Paimon kinda...
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guest.
Is this the Shirazage Himegimi you keep going on about? So, behind the screen?
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato is accustomed to receiving guests. Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me.
Makes sense. She's a super important person.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. And Toma at present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree. Though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is the people with whom we share close. A commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Thus, we cannot... Traveler, lend us your power, and we can... Oh.
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take us nowhere.
No, please! Wait! Please, don't go! I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition. You must fulfill 3 small wishes on my behalf.
wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them, you will understand.
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt decree, and a swordmaster determined to become the best in the world. Does Paimon got that right?
Correct. Please do all you can to help them. I will await your... Then you have my gratitude.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Let's see. Where's the person Ayaka told us about?
Why are you doing this?
Precisely. It's much too sudden. We've had no time to prepare. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play. Please, we urge you to reconsider.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us about. Let's go.
Ah, you must also be here to try and convince... Teijima has protected this place ever since he arrived here 30 years ago. keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near, resolving quarrels. But now, all of a sudden, he says he plans to. We will gladly apologize if that's the case. All we want is.
If you want my opinion, something to do with the... It's clear that Tejima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very important to him. He went off on a walk. Truth be told, we aren't sure whether trying to keep him here is the right thing to do.
Seems like he's a well-respected guy around here. You must be Tejima. So what's made you want to up and leave all of a sudden?
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of... true. But that... And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? I don't have answers to those questions, because I can't remember anymore. Ever since they took my vision away, it's like in the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then, it's gone now.
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help you rediscover the reason you... But if you can't remember anything, it's not gonna be easy. Oh, maybe if you just try a little harder to remember, then it'll all come flooding back?
Oh, that reminds me. Last time
I keep a diary? If you say so.
Oh, yes, you do. And what's more, I remember you saying at the time...
Perfect! So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving, we just need to find his diary. It must be around here somewhere. Let's take a look.
If you don't mind, we will leave you to find the diary.
Tejima's diary, all right? Let's see what we have here. Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salted fish. I messed up, and today I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back. Seems like your average diet. Huh? I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there. Now that's the kind of interesting. Looking at the cup, but anyway, if he had this with him all the time... like it's been disturbed. Must be something... It looks like a letter. Konda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again? Huh. But he's been here for 30 years. Well, let's go get...
That's certainly my handwriting. Still, it's clear that I was over the years. I must have made a note of anything interesting. And just look at all the things that did happen over. How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Now that I think about it, when my vision was taken from me, it felt like I'd suddenly been... Love, regret, everything I felt for... No, not... After all, I've forgotten who she was. Her face, her voice, the things we experienced together. It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. As if all these years have been nothing but a haze. I think... maybe not. If this is some... Although, what if she were to turn up a bit? When I think about it, how curious... I shall remain...
Tejima seems to be dealing... okay. But still... Seems it's just like Ayaka and Toma were... That certainly explains the state Tejima was in earlier. At least we were able to help him. Well... According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission. The Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining... But why would they take action? Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold...
The entire clan is count... How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential.
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this!
Oh, huh? And who are you? One of Kurosawa's gang?